right, I always ask Peter, what did we have today, Peter? And it's just so disappointing. So much of the time I'm expecting some sort of a Filipino dish. Oh, we had fried chicken today. What did you have? You had Filipino? Oh, did you bring me some? Chicken? Pork adobo. That's, you know what? My younger brother had a girlfriend, and her dad was Filipino, and her mom was an American, and he was a cook. Oh. He'd say, hey, I'm going to go. I said, I'll be right there. And go over there, and we'd eat. And then I got real upset with him because he broke up with her. And so she was a great girl, at any rate. Huh? You know, now you say that. Where were you like 50 years ago? Figure this out. Yeah, more than 50 years ago. All right. Well, we're going to open with a word of prayer. Tim, would you? Yes, yes, yes. I see that hand. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So sure. I appreciate that. Yeah. Absolutely. You got that being prayer for Michelle? Of course, I'm thinking that sometime this week we might lose a wife for a few days. So I know. You know, these young families, you're trying to start out, you're trying to become your own family unit. You're trying to together work together, learning how to keep the Lord the center of your family, and then dealing with all these things. I feel for these young gals that that have the babies, and then you have the deal with postpartum depression and the pressures of everything else. So, when somebody has a baby, and guys, it's usually going to be a girl. Be sure you keep them in prayer. I think a lot of times we go, well, that's a beautiful baby, and congratulations, and we're on our way. We need to be, if we're thinking of others more than ourselves, we can remind ourselves to do that. So, okay, keep Michelle particularly in prayer. Is there somebody else? Dwayne has the angiogram tomorrow? Okay. So once they find out the results of his angiogram, they'll determine whether he'll have his hip surgery or not. Yes, Ron. Yeah. Yeah. And I watched we got our eye on you, Tim. I watched those that are in our family that deal in the medical, and I do see them kind of look at people when they know that they're not feeling well or sick. And Peter's come up to me and talked to me about some things. No, the mental illness right now, but we're working on it. And that's what the body does. We work together. And the body does things. The body we're a family. I was talking to Adam this morning. He said, Pastor, he said, I grew up Catholic. And of course, you saw Cade. Cade was up and running around. Cade got on the platform. Cade came down and got on his knees at the altar. Don't know if any of you saw that. Came down here, and he was all over the place. To that, I say, great. I want the children to be at home because we are a family. And if somebody's crying, they're crying. You know, if they're making noise, they're making noise. We're adults. We can get past all that. But he said, you know, he said, when I was in the Catholic Church, when the child would act out or make a lot of noise, he said the priest would really get upset. I don't know. You know, I stop and think about that. The Holy Spirit just pierces my heart and says, you know, all the times you've been so noisy in your spirit and wouldn't listen to me, and now you're going to stumble over a child because they're making a little noise. Shame on you. So, at any rate, Tim, would you pray? Oh, yes. Okay, so that's Gabe's boss named Sean. He's having some heart issues. His wife broke her ankle, and what did I miss? And his mom has early onset dementia. So if you can remember all that, okay, Tim, do the best you can. Go ahead and pray.